When Al Jazeera America took over Al Gore's current TV in September 2013, it promised something different, serious coverage of serious news, and long form to boot. But this week, the network announced it was dropping its morning and 4 p.m. newscasts. The problem, the network has lost almost half the audience current TV once enjoyed.
Introducing Al Jazeera America.
Al Jazeera America launched with great fanfare and big assurances.
Unbiased, fact-based reporting, groundbreaking investigative reports.
And for the most part, the network kept those promises.
Experience firsthand the tragic journey of these migrants. Borderland.
But just 18 months after its launch, Al Jazeera America is struggling. Despite dumping a ton of money into its news-gathering operation, the network has not caught on with American viewers. Maybe because it's hard to get, and maybe because Americans still associate the brand with airing Osama bin Laden videos right after September 11th. And there's been criticism of an anti-American tone.
We know there's a long history of the United States government of lying about this kind of incident over and over again.
It didn't help last week that the Al Jazeera UK affiliate issued internal talking points about why the Charlie Hebdo massacre in Paris was not an attack on free speech, including one claiming the incident was a clash of extremists. Still, dropping its morning and afternoon newscasts is a loss.
Every morning from 5 to 9 a.m., Al Jazeera America brings you more U.S. and global news than any other American news channel.
A bragging point that's hard to dispute in the face of what passes for morning news these days.
All morning long, our special correspondent Melissa Rycroft has been attempting to make Pinterest-perfect Cookie Monster cupcakes. We're going to see how she did.
It's so depressing. There's a reason I do not turn on morning news. I can't do it. I listen to the radio, read the papers still, get on my iPad. I cannot turn those shows. Love Lara Spencer, all those people, cannot do it.
I feel stupider just for watching that.
I've never even tried to watch Al Jazeera. I don't know where it is on my cable dial. I've never been direct advertised to, which would have helped because I would watch it. And I have watched a lot of the reports online. I mean, a lot of them. People have sent me things. My brother, I should disclose, has done extensive reporting for them, long-form journalism. I watch all of his reports, but just in terms of clicking on, I've never done it.
Well, you just defined the whole problem because they actually had something interesting going on a few years ago. You could watch Al Jazeera English online, and a lot of people were. And then they decided they were going to go whole hog into the cable market in this country, and it's just been a disaster. And it isn't just that people can't find it and they don't know whether they're getting it or not, but frankly, it is the name, it is the association with the criticism that they've been under in the past. And this latest memo from the Al Jazeera executive on the Charlie Hebdo, I mean, that's just
in Great Britain, that was bad.
Damaging stuff.
Yeah, I think that memo did not help at all. But I would say I really think it has less to do with the memory of those videos than it has to do with you cannot find it. And I know what happens if I am waiting for 1 nanosecond for something to load, I'm done. So if I can't find it in my search, and I watch a lot of different things, then I just move on to the next thing. By the way, CBS Morning News is very good, and that is what I watch.
All right, okay. I'll try it tomorrow.
Yeah, okay.
I think that even if this was not called Al Jazeera America, if it had, you know, America Yay Network, whatever we wanted to call it, there still would not be a significant audience for the kind of more serious cable news that they are providing. There's a reason why CNN, while not, you know, spending all its time on cupcakes, still doesn't do the kinds of longer form and more in-depth and more internationally focused material. And a part of that is that there isn't a huge market for it. I think you're right, Dan, when they pushed towards cable and they made an agreement with their cable carriers that they would not live stream the channel online, at the same time that the largest portion of their potential audience is very interested in internet streaming television, I think that almost sealed their fate. Fundamentally, Al Jazeera America is about an attempt by Al Jazeera and the Qatari government to want to, you know, have its viewpoints projected as widely as possible. They did that online success with Al Jazeera English. Al Jazeera America was the statement, we need to be in this market. It just hasn't worked out.
I remember watching it when it was streaming online, I think for doing Beat the Press stuff.
Yep,
and
yep.
whatever I saw was really, really
It is good, yeah.
Haven't watched it since. I'm one of those people who goes with sort of the bare minimum at home and tries to get everything via the internet. So I haven't watched it since. And I think you're probably right that if you did a quantitative analysis, a different name would not have made all the difference. But I don't think, as you have already said, I don't think the name helps, or the logo, especially when I think there's an appetite for coverage from that vantage point. Let's say you're looking at U.S. misdeeds in the Middle East, for example, and you want a Middle Eastern perspective. I think there's a little different valence when it's reporting on Ferguson or something like that, and then almost subconsciously, I think sort of a defensiveness, a nationalist defensiveness can take over, and you might think, I don't want Al Jazeera pointing out all the things we're doing wrong here in the U.S. Why don't they look at so? And the memo, I mean, a terrible last straw.
They had already canceled the news shows by that came out. By the time that came out.